All right, now we'll be adding some podiums into our art gallery. These are going to be drawn pretty much in the same way that we did that box practice worksheet at the beginning. Okay, so we're going to start by drawing some rectangles that break this line right here. We're going to pretend like this is our horizon line. Okay, so we're going to draw some rectangles. Make sure that your lines are nice and straight. My ruler is even with the side of my paper. And my lines are parallel to one another, okay? These are vertical lines. They are not diagonal or slanted in any way, okay? These lines have to be horizontal. You can measure it out if you need to, or sometimes I like to just line my ruler up with the bottom of my paper to make sure that it's nice and straight. If your lines are not straight, it'll look like it's falling over, okay? It's really important to keep them nice and straight. All right, I can go ahead and erase this line here because my podium is a solid surface. It's not something that I can see through, okay? Now I'm going to connect this corner, and this corner to my vanishing point. All right, I'm going to do this nice and lightly because I'm going to end up erasing some of these, or some of this line. Make sure that that corner and the vanishing point are touching with my ruler, just like that. Okay, now to do the back side of my box, I'm going to line my ruler up with this top edge, and I'm going to slide it straight up. That's going to keep my angle right. Don't come in and try to do it this way because you'll probably end up putting it on crooked. Okay, so line it up with the top of your box and slide it straight up. Depending on how wide you want your podium to be, that's gonna depend on how far up you put your line. Okay, to do my side line, I'm going to line my ruler up with the side of my box, and I'm going to slide it straight over until I come to the end of that first line and draw down. Okay, you have to make sure that the bottom of your podium is all underneath this line. If it's not, it's going to look like it's climbing up the wall. Okay, the bottom has to be on the floor down here. Then we're going to erase all of this. And erase that. And then there's one podium. Okay, if this is way too far up, an easy way to fix it is just to adjust this back line. Move this in a little bit. Move this over to meet that other line. Draw your line down, and then that makes it smaller. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to erase the entire thing if that back corner is on your back wall. You can just make that adjustment by making this a little bit closer together. Okay, my next podium I think I'll put way down here on the floor. So I'm going to draw my rectangle. This one I'm going to make it a little bit larger since it's closer to the viewer. I'm making sure that this line is parallel to this line here. And then this time I'm going to move my ruler up from the bottom so I can kind of eyeball it to make sure that this looks nice and even. Draw your line over. Erase our extra. Same thing, I'm going to connect 1, 2, and 3 to the vanishing point. Okay, then I'm going to put my ruler here and I'm going to move it up to do my back line. Line it up here, move it over until it touches where my first line ended, and draw my line down. And there's my 2 podiums.